Hey everyone, let's take a look at the Bakery by Lego. This is set number 40696, and this set was provided by the Lego Group for early reviews, so thank you, Lego. And this is a gift with purchase offer, and that's all the information I know. Lego doesn't tell us much of anything on these, and it is limited edition, so that's even better. So it looks like we got ourselves a sign that says Bakery with some windows and a croissant and all that stuff. And here's the back, which is essentially the same thing. Here's the interior, and obviously you can tell this is a micro build. Let's unbox this set and see what's inside, and it just so happens I lost my box cutter when I needed the most. Yeah, we had to use a pair of scissors. Okay, and yes, Lego doesn't tell us ambassadors much when it comes to these. They keep it all secretive. Oh, don't tell me they're not numbered. Okay, that answers my question. And this is packed rather sloppy. Oh, and these are stickers. Ugh. Alright, let's see what we have here. Yeah, it's like we got 4 numbered bags of bricks. Oh, excuse me, 5 numbered bags. That's not too bad. What should it take me about maybe an hour and a half to put that together on the second channel? Well, that's what I'm going to do. Head to my second channel, build this, come back, and we'll take a tour. Here is the Bakery all assembled, and for the most part it is a nice set. It's a micro build, so you've been forewarned. And there's only 8 stickers in total we had to put on here. And we got this little lamp post right here. Now this will fall off, so be careful with it. And we got these nice windows. Got a second floor. There's a sign with a bakery. We got a croissant, and it looks cool, doesn't it? It looks like something you'd see like in a winter village. And you do have access into the interior, but it's not scaled for minifigures. It's what, only 4 bricks tall in there, so your minifigures are going to have to just crawl in there. Now this does separate, so I'm going to detach this piece here. I'm going to take a look at this one here. So you got a place for your cashier or your clerk. Look at all those pastries in there. There's some cookies and more cookies and waffles. I think the waffles are supposed to represent peanut butter cookies. But look how yummy everything looks in there. Looks good, doesn't it? Looks like we got ourselves a cookie tasting VIP lounge. We got a booth and a table there. That's essentially what this is. And of course you can put this back on if you want to just keep it like that. Just snaps right in place. And for the most part, it's a nice sturdy build except for this little thing. I mean, sometimes that can come off and you got to be careful, but everything else is robust. And if you're really cheap, just reach over and take the cookie off the sign if you don't want to go in there and buy one. It's a nice little gift with purchase offer, and all the info I have on it is that you can spend so much to get this set, and that's across all the themes. Let's start my review with build quality, and I'd say it's average just because of this here. It would have been above average. All this other stuff, maybe the nose cones, I understand these do come off, but everything else is pretty much locked down. This is pretty sturdy, so this is not going to detach as easily, but it's meant for you to detach to look in the interior. So build quality is pretty good with this one. Build experience, it did keep my interest. Despite of it being a micro build, there were some large pieces, a lot of medium, definitely a lot of small. It's got a lot of detail for what it is. So it kept my interest. I think it's also the bright colors. Yes, these colors don't seem too bright, but they're holiday colors. That's even better. Play value, there's very little play value with this set. Yeah, I'm sure you can probably take some children's minifigures or make some custom ones that would fit inside here, but it doesn't seem like it would work well with regular play. I'd see somebody playing with this maybe for an hour or two, and after that it'd be kind of boring. Now if you have the other micro build structures for this you can put along with this, would look really good. I still have the candy shop, and you can put this right next to it and see it looks pretty good, although this one doesn't have snow, but that one does. So everything is pretty much the right height with that. And yes, that one was missing some parts because some pieces fell off and I had to rob some parts out of that. So you can provide parts from your own collection to enhance this, but the set also does have a nice selection of pieces that you can use for the creations. Now, like I said, it's not really scaled for minifigures, so I don't think this would work well in a Lego city. Despite the size of the set, it is a collaborative build. How? I'll show you. Remember when we popped this off? One person can build that, and the other one can build this. So that works. That works for me. So up to 2 people can construct this set at the same time. That would be really cool. It makes a nice little small group afternoon build, especially on a cold, winter, foggy day. This would be really nice to put together, especially during the holidays. So my final score in this set is going to be an 8.5 out of 10. This thing here was falling off. The stickers, but there's one thing missing in this set is a brick separator, especially if this is a micro build. I had to use a brick separator once to separate a mistake that I made. There was no tool provided, and if I have to get up and find a brick separator, then we got problems. And yes, we definitely did have that. For what you're getting here, especially with a gift with purchase offer, this looks pretty good. So if you want to know the information, hopefully the Lego Group will provide it to me. Just check the description for all that. Hopefully it's pretty reasonable, but the only thing I know is that this applies to all Lego themes. So if you're trying to buy a modular or get parts for your mock or tutorial, and you go shop through the Pick-a-Brick wall, yeah, there you go. Now I'm sure this also runs through the official Lego shop too, so I'm sure they'll put this in your bag if you ask them, or they'll just throw it in there anyways. I don't know how that works. I've never been to a Lego store. And yes, I still to this day have never even seen inside of a Lego store. So don't take my word on it. I'm sure that they have these in stock there. It's a nice set. I enjoyed putting it together. So tell me what you think.